Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'm starting to live stream some more, so if you like the content and if you want to join me on my live stream, I am streaming usually between 5 a.m. to 7 and sometimes 5 a.m. to 8 o'clock in the morning. It just depends. And I usually put up the schedule on my community boards. So if you're interested, I usually try to put it like a couple hours before the actual live stream. But anyway, we're going to be talking about Tesla and them removing certain parts that will prevent it from getting certain update over the air. Now, I have been talking about this for the longest time. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but I'm gonna keep on doing it because it needs to be said. There's a lot of manufacturers that are cutting corners when it comes to making their vehicles, and Tesla is not in exceptions to the rule. Everybody does it. Honda did it. You know, GM, Nissan, Ford, all these manufacturers are cutting corners somewhat, but the big manufacturers like Ford and GM and Honda or whatever, those big ones, they tend to put out certain press release that's letting you know like, hey, we took this part of the component out, especially Ford, since they didn't have their semiconductors or certain chips to complete their vehicles, so they let us know that, hey, we're taking this out of the vehicle because we can't complete the vehicle or whatever it is. But Tesla, they're always getting caught being, shady about them not including certain stuff. Just like when they took off the lumbar support, just for an example. They didn't tell anybody about that until people figured it out. Just like when they were shipping vehicles without USB connectors in the vehicles, they didn't let us know. They don't have a PR team. So the only person you can hear from is Elon Musk, unless he says something about it, which he usually doesn't until he gets caught, and then he goes in to say something about it. But then it's too late. As a company of any kind of just selling any kind of products or services, you get way more goodwill with the people that you're trying to sell your product to, consumers or whatever. You get more goodwill when you're upfront and you're honest and you let people know like, hey, we're not doing this because we don't have the necessary product. We can't offer you this because we don't have this. If you're completely honest and you're genuine, people tend to respect you way more and they will buy your product, because you were honest. And I tend to be that way too. If a company is completely honest, regardless of what goes wrong, and they take full accountability, I tend to want to do business with them because I feel like, hey, they can be trusted. If anything goes wrong, at least they'll let me know about it. But Tesla, no. They have so many negative interaction when it comes to customer service, especially their service department and just getting parts for the vehicle to get repairs if you have an accident. It's just so terrible, but yet the cars are selling like hotcakes, so they have no incentive to change. But anyway, let's go ahead and cover this story. I know I talked a lot there, and let's go ahead and read this article, and I will give you some insights as we go, or I'll try to. Okay, so here we are. We are on carscopes.com. Tesla removed steering rack ECU to deal with chip shortages. Cars cannot get level 3 autonomy over the air. Not that level 3 is available yet. They're still testing level 2 and they have the FSD beta. I've seen some of the videos and man, that thing looks scary. Uh, mm. Anyways, Tesla has reportedly removed one of the two electronic control units incorporated into the steering racks of some of the Model 3 and Model Y vehicles produced at its Chinese factory last year. The steering rack ECU in question is used primarily as a backup, and it is understood that tens of thousands of vehicles sent to customers in China, Australia, and UK, Germany, and other countries across Europe have been impacted. Tesla has not disclosed the change. It was only discovered by CNBC after speaking with two Tesla employees and seeing internal correspondence from the company. So that's not a good look when your own company, employees, you know, rat you out because you don't want to say anything yourself. I think that he should have said it himself. If Elon Musk had, sent out a tweet, since he likes to put out tweets a lot, if he had, said, hey, listen, we're taking these ECU out. Now, you're not going to be able to get over the air update to level 3, but as soon as the parts are available, we're going to put it back into your car free of charge. Schedule your appointment at this certain date. Come on in, and we'll put that certain module in your vehicle. As it is, your vehicle will run just like it should be. Autopilot and everything else works just amazing. Now, if he had said that, he would have taken all this situation, or taken the air out of this whole situation, and he would have gotten in front of it. But, you know, he likes getting caught with his pants down. While the missing part primarily served as a backup, its absence from many Model 3s, Model Ys means those vehicles will not be able to receive Level 3 driving features via a software update. Like the vast majority of other Tesla models, as such, owners of these vehicles will need to get a rack retrofit at a Tesla service center if they ever want to use the company's most up-to-date autonomous features, especially if you're paying customer, whether you're paying for the FSD program monthly, or if you bought it for $10,000. Well, now it's up to $12,000, which is just insane, even though it's not rolled out yet and it's not a complete feature yet. But who knows what will become of it? It's always coming. It's always coming. It's always coming. But it's not fucking here. Come on. Anyway, CNBC report that Tesla discussed whether it needed to notify customers about the change and ultimately decided against it. And that was a mistake. That was a mistake. They should have definitely told customers, or just, put out a tweet, simple. And this is why you need a marketing team to put these kind of information out there and get ahead of things before it gets bad. And it's just further hurting your reputation as a company. For me, I would love to own a Tesla. I love the technology. I love everything, the car and the tech that's in their vehicles. I love it. But I just can't see myself putting out that kind of money for this car, because the person that's running the company, I feel like he doesn't take accountability for his actions. I can't be supportive of that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I love the car, love the technology, love everything about it, and just the quality controls and just so many other different things that are going on within that company. And I'm just like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I would much rather get the new Hyundai Ioniq. Matter of fact, maybe I might be purchasing that Ioniq because I actually like the way it looks. Anyway, ultimately they decided against it and won't do so until its level 3 system is available. Uh, the vast majority of the impacted Model 3 and Model Y vehicles, like in the second steering rack ECU, were initially delivered to customers in China, where just 1% of customers are opting for the 12,000 full self-driving package. Tens of thousands have more recently been sent to customers in other markets. Speaking with CNBC, IHS, Marquette Senior Principal Analyst Phil Amsurd, I apologize if I say his last name wrong, expressed reservations about Tesla's decision to remove the component. I cannot think of a case where an automaker would say, you know what, we'll take a component out of the module even though it was there for a good reason. We'll hope nothing happens, he said. Going from a dual chip to a single chip variant in a vehicle can make a system simpler and make it better in some cases, but they really need to do a lot of validations. Adding car makers would typically need to spend 1,000 hours testing to change like this. Hmm. And unfortunately, people that, purchase this without knowing about that certain missing module, not that you will know unless it really affects the performance of the car and how the car is operating. You won't really know. Who really knows what else it's controlling besides taking the over the air update to level 3, obviously. But then again, Tesla is a software company, so maybe they could rewrite the code and put everything into that single chip. We won't know until later on down the road on whether this was a smart decision or a terrible one. I think that this is a very terrible idea, but they don't really care They just want to push out or make as many cars as they can so they can increase their profit margins and make their shareholders happy because they're making billions and billions and billions of dollars while they give the middle finger to the consumers that are just so loyal and just so blindly will follow them, because they are those type of people that'll just blindly follow a company for no reasons at all, shilling for them for absolutely nothing. It's not like the company is putting money in your pocket. I can never understand that. They don't give a shit about you. They care about your money. That's all they care about. And it doesn't matter what kind of business that they're in. They're only in there for one reason and one reason. And that is what? Money. That's the only reason that they're in it for. So you shilling for a certain company, regardless of what it is, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Honda, Ford, it doesn't matter. They don't give a shit. They're in it to make money, and as much money as they can possibly make, and then make even more money. That's what they're all about. So stop this fanboyism towards certain brands and shilling for certain companies like they give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about you. That's facts. They don't. But anyways, man, I'm getting hot over here. I'm getting heated because of the whole situation, and the freaking light is bright as hell. But anyway, let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you do, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And you have yourself a beautiful day.